you saw our previous video where we answered trivia questions about the origins of Christmas.
And if you haven't seen it, you go ahead and watch that first, and then come back to this video.
Yeah, and I'm not going to spoil who won that one, but we had a few questions left over, so we decided that we'd take some time to quiz each other with some more information about the origins of Christmas. So I'll begin with this one. Many of us have grown up singing Christmas carols in church and out of church. However, did you know that tradition suggests that up until the 13th century, most Christmas carols were only sung by a priest? Perhaps this is done because they were primarily sung in Latin. Ooh, can you believe it?
I do, actually.
Who is credited with bringing Christmas carols to the literal masses? And I say masses in quotation marks because that's a Catholic worship service, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it A, St. Francis of Assisi? I can't say that without being I'm sorry. B, Augustine of Hippo. C, Martin Luther. Or D, Santa Claus.
It's totally Santa Claus. I actually think it's probably Martin Luther. From my understanding, Martin Luther, I think it was Martin Luther, was responsible for putting to music a lot of hymns. That would make sense. He also wrote some hymns himself. So I would say Martin Luther. Despite the fact that all my other information, I'm pretty sure is correct, but whether I have the right person.
So that is a fantastic explanation, but it's not the 13th century.
That's true. Me and history, we're not simpatico.
Actually, it was just make sure, it was A, St. Francis of Assisi.
Okay. Okay.
So,
still being childish here.
Yeah, I will not stop. So the idea here was that the tradition he started was he would kind of put on these Christmas plays or kind of manger scenes, and that ultimately then started incorporating Christmas and caroling. Kind of started out of that as well. Kind of took Christmas songs and Christmas caroling out of the Latin and out of the priest, and now regular people were singing Christmas songs as well.
Gotcha. All right, well, I got a question as well that was left over. It says, everyone knows that Santa Claus originated from St. Nicholas. In fact, we had a question regarding St. Nicholas.
Mm-hmm.
It says, however, how did we go from St. Nicholas to Santa Claus? A lot of people ask that question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it A, Santa Claus is the American pronunciation of the Dutch nickname of St. Nicholas as Sinterklaas? Is it B, Santa Claus originated from the lazy form of saying St. Nicholas? So just people got lazy over time and it sort of transformed into Santa Claus. Is it C, Santa Claus was an entirely different person whose name and deeds were similar enough to St. Nicholas that the two people were confused as the same person? Or D, Santa is Satan, and with the N moved to trick people. Santa is Satan.
Oh, goodness. Theory confirmed.
Yeah. In fact, okay, so I thought about bringing this shirt. I have a shirt that I didn't pick out, but I have it, that says, "Not today, Satan." And I got this shirt for Christmas. You know how many times somebody asked me, especially children, if my shirt said, "Not today, Santa." And it's hilarious.
Oh, goodness.
So before I give the answer, what are your thoughts?
I'm pretty sure that it's A.
A. Okay, so again, A is Santa Claus is the American pronunciation of the Dutch nickname of Sint Nicholas as Sinterklaas.
Yep.
And you'd be very much correct.
Yay. All right. Now for my question. So Christmas can sometimes end up being a glorification of indulgence and consumerism. However, some ministries like Operation Christmas Child have sought to help keep Christmas centered on the greatest gift of all, Jesus. Their ministry delivers shoe boxes to over 160 countries and territories. These boxes contain gifts, and more importantly, they contain a gospel tract in the child's native language. Since 1993, how many shoe boxes have Operation Christmas Child delivered?
Wait a second, this has nothing to do with paganism.
Surprise!
Okay, so how many boxes since 1963?
1993. So since they began.
Gotcha.
Is it 526,000?
I think it's more than that.
97 million.
Sounds closer.
187 million. Or one Googleplex.
It's definitely not one Googleplex. That is an amazingly large number. I feel like 187 million would be definitely a number to be proud of. So I'm going to go with C.
187 million?
Yes,
that would be correct.
All right, man.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the last question that we have, last extra question. Says Christmas as we know it today, so referring to how it's often celebrated, is the combination of the celebration of the birth of Christ and what other holiday? Is it A, the original publication? So what other holiday? Is this the celebration that's celebrating the original publication of Twas the Night Before Christmas? B, it's the other holiday is a German holiday involving gift giving, feasts, and elaborate decorations during winter time. C, a feast day remembering Saint Nicholas. Or D, it is not the celebration of the birth of Christ at all. It is all an elaborate sham to trick people into Satan worship and materialism.
Oh, there's that Puritan again. Yeah. Goodness. So I don't know why there would be a holiday celebrating the publication of Twas the Night Before Christmas. And how that, obviously the imagery of Coca-Cola and some of that other stuff has definitely played into the imagery used. But I don't know you could really call it a holiday. I mean, I might be off base. I know that the Germans have given us some other things related to celebrating Christmas and some of the traditions that we have. I know one theory about the Christmas tree revolves around a German dude.
A German dude.
So I would have to go with B, the connection with Germany.
Man, I would have loved this question to be in our game because you got it wrong.
Oh, really?
No, it actually is C, a feast day remembering St. Nicholas. There are some places in the world that celebrate St. Nicholas Day. And if I remember correctly, it's on December 5th or 6th. And so what we have today, Christmas, is a combination of celebration of the birth of Christ and and St. Nicholas Day. And so what ended up happening is people would celebrate both, and eventually they sort of kind of got combined on the same day, which is why we tend to see Santa Claus on Christmas, even though the day is about the incarnation of Christ.
So with that being said, thanks for watching. Again, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us. Click that like button. That way you get to see us more and more. If you want to see us make a fool of ourselves by trying to make videos, continue to support us. and we'll keep on doing it for you.
Yeah.
With that being said, have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.